Andy, and Bullseye holds up his hooves. He's still got Andy on his hooves, which I think is
hooves.
His hooves, right? Am I saying that right?
His hooves.
Hooves. Is it hooves? Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. What am I not saying it right? His feet. He's got Andy on his feet.
I don't think it's wrong for you to say hooves. I just have never heard anyone say hooves.
That's going in the intro. Welcome back to Starship Cinema. This is the podcast where we review movies, discuss their cultural impact, the art of cinema, and everything in between. As always, I'm your host aboard this vessel, Vince Salerno, and I'm joined as always by my lovely wife and co-host, Kate.
Hi.
And today we are rounding out our review series of Toy Story, Road to Toy Story 5 with Toy Story 5. We're finally here, folks. We made it to Toy Story 5. In case you've been living under a rock, Toy Story 5 picks up after Toy Story 4, centering this time not on Woody, not on Buzz, but Jessie, and dealing with the problem of toys versus tech, and doing it in a way that only Toy Story can, tugging at your heartstrings and making you believe in the magic of playing with toys. It's really hard to describe the plot of this film without going into spoilers, because I feel like they really tried to keep Jessie's story under wraps. And a lot of the marketing focused on Woody and Buzz, which is in part one of sort of my issues with this movie. Let's just get right into it. Okay. Just initial thoughts. Well, actually, no. Let's start with you. Okay. What did you think of Toy Story 5?
Well, the whole time I was either laughing or crying. There was no nothing. There was no non-emotional response from me. I was either laughing or crying the whole time, and I thought that the emotional aspects of the movie were very good and they were very heightened. Mm-hmm. And one, that's because Bonnie's whole character was relatable, and two, what she went through continuing what she went through with tech is like what I went through when everyone started getting tech around my age, and not just toys, but like phones, iPods, anything that you could message anybody with.
Just
all that
technology,
stuff. Yeah, technology.
Social media.
Yep. And then just Jessie's story in general, they start playing When Somebody Loved Me, and tears
right after
flowing.
the opening credits.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm done. This is gonna be a really tough movie to get through.
So you related to what Bonnie went through.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's exactly what I went through as a kid, but not that young. Holy cow! Can you imagine being 8 years old as a girl?
Yeah.
And she was so willing to give up her identity just to be liked. That's what people do.
That's what people do.
Girls
It was
deal
very
with.
Relatable. Yeah.
I think a lot more so than boys, but
definitely.
It was really tough to watch.
I don't think you could have done that as strongly with Andy.
Yeah, no.
If Andy versus tech,
guys just don't really care.
Guys' relationship with technology is very different, because a lot, guys play video games.
Well, even friendships, even friendships,
even
aside
friendships,
from technology,
like male friendships, female friendships, very, very different. So,
yeah.
I will say that this is a very different in tradition of post Toy Story 3 movies. This is a very different Toy Story film in that it is really focusing on the perspective of what it means to be a girl, and from the perspective of a girl toy in the form of Jessie. Like, she's not trying to, it's not just like, oh, this is my owner. Like, this is a little girl. Yeah. How does a girl toy who is in the same position that Woody was to Andy, how does she protect and try to look after her kid? Mm-hmm. And it does a really good job in that regard. But I want to keep talking about what you've been saying, because like, yeah, it really is incredible how they deal with girls and technology and social media. Because I always say, like, all due respect to all women out there, but women can be vicious.
Yeah.
On social media in general.
Anybody.
Like, if you women like are fighting, you guys don't pull your punches.
Yeah.
The way I sometimes describe it is like, men, maybe they'll punch each other in the face, but then they'll like get a beer and talk over like sports or something they have in common, and they'll call it a day. Women will just like
go months without talking to each other.
Yeah. You guys will wage war.
Yeah. It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, but just like seeing.
I've never personally done that to anybody.
Yeah.
People have done it to me.
No. Of course not. I
just think it's like a different. It's a totally different. Like you kind of got to be a bully to be that way. And so if you're on the receiving end of that, man, it's just rough,
right.
So.
I mean, there's a reason why movies like Mean Girls and The Devil Wears Prada, I think, really resonate with the female, because it's in part it's true that some women are like that, and like, how do you not lose yourself while also standing up for yourself?
Yeah.
And I guess we have to kind of go into spoilers to talk about. So spoiler alert, we're talking about Toy Story spoilers, but like, what happens to Bonnie? Horrible. Basically, she gets cyberbullied because...
Well, let's backtrack it. First of all, that's her parents' fault. 100% her parents' fault. And it's not about them, but man, oh man, do I wish that they had said we should not have gotten her this.
But you know what?
Toy.
I liked that they made the decision, and I don't think they have to say out loud. It kind of is up to the audience's imagination of like, oh, maybe the parents are like, oh, maybe this was a bad idea. Because remember, they turn off the chat.
Yes.
Because what happens, really quick, just so everyone knows. So if you're watching the movie, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to know what happens or whatever, just Bonnie gets cyberbullied because through the toys shenanigans, pictures get posted online of her toys, and her friends that she's trying to make fun of her for being being a baby and still playing with toys, because she's the only one in her neighborhood that still plays with toys and has imagination. And Jessie is trying to help her make friends
without technology.
Yeah,
she's trying
She's trying to find good friends for her. And sorry, I just wanted to give that context. But yeah,
But not only that, it was also about being involved in what she was doing with the girls on the iPad, on the Lilypad.
Yeah.
It was
like the Lilypad.
You had to be available to play these games, and that was a connection for the girls, for her and the girls. Like,
right.
Oh, we're bonding because we're playing games.
It's kind of like when people play like Words with Friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, Lilypad is not like, she's not like an iPad. It's not like they hand Bonnie an iPad, like where she's got like Facebook and all that. Like it is presented because there's phones and then there's laptops. They established that Lilypad is like specifically a
iPad.
An iPad for kids.
Right, but kids get iPads without social media.
I know, but I don't think they wanted to like just say, hey, we're going to give Bonnie an iPad. No one would go for that. So they had to make a toy that was like tailor-made for kids.
No. Wait, you missed the point. I'm about to school Vince on...
This is going to be fun.
Every single kid had a Lilypad. I can't say this because I can't believe you missed it.
But the kids the twins at the beginning, across the street, they didn't have Lilypads.
They have iPads of some sort. They have games of some sort.
Yeah, but they were on like actual iPads. I would classify what they were on as like iPads or a phone.
The twins?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. The parents still were like, "Oh, everybody has one, so we're gonna get our kid one."
But I'm just saying, like, the Lilypad is not just like we gave our kid an iPad. It is, for all intents and purposes, like, you know, for the movie to make the case for or against technology. Like, you have to, your mind is like, oh, it's basically an iPad, but it is a distinct online toy for kids.
Why do you think they called it a Lilypad?
Well, because it's a good pun. It's a good play on words.
iPad.
But it's not an iPad. It's not set up the same way. Like it has games and it has messaging and it has like a social media presence, but it's not like the World Wide Web. It's not like Bonnie can go on Reddit and look. I guess she could.
Yes, she can literally do anything
wait.
on this Lilypad.
I'm sorry. I'm having like recall right now. There's literally a scene where Lily is like
she's literally
looking up
pushing
things
through
online.
Everything.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay,
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
I was like, wait, he's gonna get this.
No,
right?
I'm recalling this in real time. So, yeah, no, it's
an iPad.
It's presented as this kid-friendly toy, but it is, for all intents and purposes, yes, an iPad. Yeah. But the parents were gonna have to if the parents don't make that decision, there is no movie.
Here's the thing, though. The parents were so upset for their daughter and they were so worried about her not having friends that they did that thing. And that's what a lot of parents struggle with. They're worried that their kids are not going to make friends because they are not being included because they are the only ones without phones or iPads or any kind of technology. And let me just tell you something. My parents did the same thing and I didn't have a lot of friends, but they held firm to that belief that I would not get a phone or a Facebook or I don't even think Instagram was a thing when I was in middle school. And that saved me. Those kids were miserable. I'm telling you right now, miserable kids. And then it just snowballed and here we are today.
Well, some people also, this was my experience, some people just, let their kids go on social media and get phones and not even really thinking about the larger, people didn't think we'd be in 2026 and saying, we need to spend less time on social media, less time on our phones.
I think they were battling screen time. I think they were. I think they noticed an uptick in their kids just sitting in their rooms on their phones or on their video games or whatever they had.
Definitely. I definitely had the talk with my parents. All of us had the talk with our parents. We got to spend less time on our phones, less time on our screens, and all that. But I think a lot of it starts out very innocently, it's this new form of tech. Everyone's doing it. Why don't we do it?
Of course.
And then sometimes in Bonnie's case, it starts out as I don't want my kid to not be involved, not to fit in. Everyone's doing this. Whereas nowadays, it's
it's not Bonnie's fault.
It's not Bonnie's
fault.
And it's, but
for an 8-year-old kid.
But again, you have to portray the scenario that is playing out, which is playing out. So the parents, I don't think it's right to demonize the parents. They gave their kid an iPad. It's well then we don't have a movie. But
what do you mean? We don't have a movie if...
We don't have a movie if the parents don't give Bonnie a Lilypad.
Oh, I know, but of course.
And you can just debate that decision. You can debate how it affects
exactly.
Bonnie.
That should be the message to parents.
Yeah.
Do not get your kids.
But then at the end,
things.
they give Lilypad back to Bonnie and they say, "Don't worry, we turned off the chat. We've disabled the chat." They're not. You can't take away Lilypad. You can't take away...
I will just die on the hill that she shouldn't have even gotten a Lilypad in the first place. And I get it.
But there's no movie.
I understand that, but we can still agree that she shouldn't have got one in the first place. And actually, it's good to watch that unfold because those are the dangers of iPads for kids, not just the chats.
Oh, absolutely.
The screen time.
Yes.
So we can debate now.
If you're talking about...
What a great marketing campaign for not giving your kids a Lilypad.
Oh yeah, an iPad,
yeah. Whatever.
No, yes. If you're talking about the end product of by the end, everybody should be I got to spend less time on my phone, or I got to take my kid's iPad away right now. Yes, absolutely.
I think that was the
absolutely
message. And I liked at the end the twins who were originally thought she was weird and whatever. Yeah. They got excited when they saw her playing outside.
Her and Blaze outside. Yeah, hey, what you guys doing? We're having a wedding.
You want to come?
Or we're having a honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the honeymoon. But we're going on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. No, it's probably good we just get that conversation out
Parents,
of the way.
Do not get your kids iPads.
It's the message. Well, the message is not just that. I think that's...
No, I'm saying to parents.
No, I know. But the overall message that is even in this world of technology, one, don't give your kids an iPad. But for us, people like you and me, technology is just, it's all around us. It's not going anywhere. And the best thing you can do is to just force yourself to turn off your device, go outside, make friends, make connections. And ultimately, that's what Bonnie has to do. She has to learn to be vulnerable and make friends with people that she's afraid of how she's going to be judged. But like Blaze is a great friend for Bonnie because she doesn't care what people thinks of her. She doesn't care if she's still playing with toys. She doesn't care. Like Bonnie is
she really put herself out there.
Yeah, Bonnie is like a ball of emotions, and after she's getting cyberbullied and Blaze offers to give her back Bullseye and Jessie, and she's like, I don't play with toys, and like I don't want to be judged anymore. And Blaze is just like, I'm silly and creative and imaginative, just as imaginative as you. Like, I want to be your friend. And Blaze is just as lonely.
I'm just thinking about this now. What's crazy is that the behavior that we see on screen in an 8-year-old girl, Bonnie, is the kind of behavior that we were seeing in girls as old as like 13, 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7 years younger.
Yeah.
5 to 7 years younger. That is horrible.
I kind of get why they rated this film PG, because like the subject matter,
it's depressing.
It's really hard to see Bonnie go through that.
And she keeps it to herself. Of course, she's 8. She's not going to go to her parents and be like, Mommy. Like, no, she's going to internalize that and keep
But
that
her mom
close.
is a great mom in that, like, when she finds out what's happening, she's like, Bonnie, I wouldn't change a thing about you.
Yes.
I love you for who you are.
I'd be like, I'm throwing this thing in the trash. Good luck. Find your own friends.
Right.
You don't need an iPad for this.
But yeah, and unfortunately, like, you can't just, like, because Lilypad is a character, you have to.
But in the real world,
but let's stay in the world of the movie.
Sure.
Lily feels horrible about what happens to her, about what happens to Bonnie, you know, and she to the point where she like puts herself in a donation bin, like I'm taking myself out of your life because I hurt you. But so
that would
bad.
never happen with an actual iPad or anything like that. So it's like. We can't really make that argument
because honey, we're talking about toys coming to life. Of course, that would never happen.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about real world ramifications. I'm just talking about in the context of the movie.
I know.
Because Lilypad ultimately becomes like one of the gang by the end of the film, and she is like she basically becomes like a selfie taker, and she like just they use her to take pictures, and she's part of the wedding. She's basically like a toy now, and I think Bonnie will probably continue to use her in that way. And
I can appreciate like the fact that Bonnie made a friend, and like if they can't for some reason get together on a certain day, it's raining, it's like doesn't work out for the schedules or whatever, like they can play online together, or not online, but like on an app together. That's fine.
Or they can message each other.
I just want to put this out there. I would never in a million bajillion gazillion years ever get an iPad for our kid. Like he's just gonna have to. Any of our kids.
I think you've made that abundantly clear, and I agree.
They're just gonna have to live without that kind of stuff. Like I don't care if you can't play with your friend and you could play with them. I'm like no, we're just gonna have a cozy day.
Yeah, this movie is meeting.
Oops, sorry,
this movie is meeting the moment we're in right now, not the moment that like the world that we want that they like what we want the world to be, but it is pushing us in that direction. I think it's saying like right now kids are going through this.
I know, which is so sad.
But we can do better for our kids, which is why, like you said, like I think we talked about, we're not giving our kids phones of any kind until they get very little going TV, to college.
They get very little screen. They're not allowed to hold our phones. They're not allowed to.
They play with toys.
Yeah,
they literally play with these toys.
They're not allowed to do anything on screens. We've had discussions with every single person in our families, our friends. No, they're not allowed to watch this. No, you can't watch this.
There was a time
Please don't give them your phone. Like all these things.
There was a time when our oldest wasn't really, he was kind of going through a tough period of not really being imaginative, not really playing with his toys. And he's still kind of coming out of that, but he's been really great, just like taking away certain technologies and certain things that he's just been fixating on. He's
that wasn't even
allowed to. Well, yeah, but he's really, his imagination is just like exploded, and now he's like playing by himself. He's imagining things, and he keeps trying to like have Woody and Buzz fight each other. It's so cute. So yeah, to wrap up this part of the conversation, I think we both can agree that our opinion and what I think the movie is trying to say is that like this is not a good thing for kids to have. Like, giving your kid a tablet is a horrible idea. But some parents have already done that, and they're laying in that bed and they're facing the consequences of those decisions. But they can still do right by their kid by taking it away, or in Bonnie's case, just minimizing it to a degree, and prioritizing them to make real connections, to use your imagination, play with toys, make a connection with somebody, make real friends. That's how you make real friends. But let's move on to like the movie itself. Jessie. So this is definitely more so than I really expected. This is a Jessie movie.
You told me that a long time ago at the very beginning of all this. So that's just what I was kind of expecting going into it. The marketing really, and I won't get into this right now, but like the marketing really kind of deceives you into thinking that it's a split between like Jessie's story and Woody and Buzz's story. And technically that's true, but it really is very deceiving. It's very Jessie and then Bonnie. That's what it feels like. It doesn't even feel like Woody and Buzz are
I know.
in the movie.
We'll get into that. But let's focus on Jessie.
Okay.
I've always agreed. I was very hesitant to focus a movie not on Woody and Buzz, or just Woody in general as the main character. But I always believe that Jessie is a rich character that's right for focusing on, because she has this the greatest, one of the greatest backstories in all of cinema with Emily.
Plus it's Toy Story, not Woody and Buzz story.
Yeah, but it's like, and I'm biased here, but it's like doing Star Wars without the Skywalkers. Or as I like to say, it's like doing a sequel to It's a Wonderful Life and you focus on Mary, and you cut back to George Bailey and he's just doing nothing. Like, when you see a sequel to It's a Wonderful Life, you want to see George Bailey grow as a character.
Yes, but
I don't want to get into that right now. I want to focus on Jessie. Even though I was resistant to that, I always believed, like, okay, well, it's going to be good because Jessie is ripe for that development. Mm-hmm. And if they focus on her relationship with Emily and the trauma she has of losing her, and the fact that she's on her third kid, I thought that was really special. And they mentioned that. They mentioned it. Like, I had like 3 kids worth of experience. Emily, she pulls up her little boot lapel. Andy, and Bullseye holds up his hooves. He's still got Andy on his hooves, which I think is
hooves.
His hooves, right? Am I saying that right?
His hooves.
Hooves. Is it hooves? Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart.
His hooves.
Okay, hooves. What am I not saying it right? Say it again.
Hooves.
Hooves? Okay. Moving on, his feet. He's got Andy on his feet. And then Jessie lifts her boot and she's got Bonnie on it. So it's a nice visual representation of the multiple owners she's had. And Bullseye.
I don't think it's wrong for you to say hooves. I just have never heard anyone say hooves.
I was struggling in the moment of how to say, and I just kind of went with that. So
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hooves.
It was funny. That's going in the intro. They do her story really well. I love what they do with her and how she's in the same way that like Woody and Buzz are like Andy's dads. Jessie definitely acts like an overprotective mom who's not overprotective, but she has her best interests at heart, but she's also motivated by this fear of being abandoned. Like, if Bonnie is
for the third time,
if Jessie's losing Bonnie to Lilypad, and she's like, is it me? Am I broken? Am I just not a good toy?
Oh wait, that's a very good point actually, because it's not so much about Bonnie growing up and naturally leaving like her toys behind, growing out of certain toys. It's Emily abandoned her. She just kind of lost her and she never went to find her, right?
Yeah.
And
No, she donated her.
Yeah, but she slipped under the bed. She was gone for a while. Like, she kind of forgot about Jessie.
Yeah, but then she found her, put her in a donation box, and left her intentionally.
But what I'm saying, it was an inorganic way to leave a toy. You know what I'm saying? She didn't just, like,
I see.
one day grow out of playing with her.
But you could argue that she was already outgrowing Jessie at that point, when she falls under the bed.
I suppose, but, like, she kind of, instead of being like, Jessie, I love you, I'll always love you, putting her on a shelf or something, or putting her in a box with all the toys that she loved, that she played with, she just fell behind the bed. So it was like an abandonment thing. Then she got abandoned by, well, she wasn't abandoned by anybody else.
She thought Andy abandoned her, but then she realized she jumped the gun.
Oh, that's true.
And misjudged Andy.
Thing.
Yeah, but then Andy took care of her and gave her to
But she
Bonnie.
did go through all the emotional moments of that again, because she'd already gone through that, and now Bonnie, she just doesn't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Even though it really only happened once, she still went through all the emotional moments.
It was so traumatic. I mean, it defines her character.
It does.
It's so traumatic.
She just wanted to matter. She's like, if this is all that it is for a toy.
Yeah, she wants to know that she's making a difference and that she actually... She doesn't think she meant anything to Emily because Emily discarded her so quickly.
Which, now that you say it, I kind of have, like... I'm like, why would she name her daughter after the toy she most loved if she donated the toy she most loved?
That's why I think at the moment, like, that moment doesn't really hit. Okay, we'll go right to explaining what it is.
That now.
Basically, so the movie plays out. Jessie and Bullseye get delivered to Emily's old address, the old house, the tire swing. It's all still there, but there's a new family living there. It's Blaze, this girl Blaze, who is which is where we meet Smarty Pants, Snappy, and Atlas, these tech toys that Jessie is very prejudiced towards because she just thinks, like, we don't need more tech toys in the world. Like, you guys are bad news. And she realized that, like, these tech toys, which are like first gen, like pre-iPad gen toys, are just needing for love as she is. And she teaches them what it means to actually be played with, actually to be loved. And when Bonnie comes to get Jessie and Bullseye from Blaze's house, she says no because of the peer pressure she's getting from her cyberbullies. And Jessie blows up at the tech toys, like, it's all your fault. Tech is, you guys are the problem. You guys are the problem, and blows up at them. And then she goes to the tree house to, like, cool off, I guess. But she also
the tire swing.
Yeah,
not the tree house.
The tire swing. And she's also convinced in the moment that, like, she's the problem. She's just not a good toy.
Useless.
She's useless. Yeah. But then she goes to that tree and she sees what's carved in the tree again.
It's Jessie was here in a heart.
Yeah, and she obviously didn't write that. Emily didn't write that. And she sees this metallic thing in the ground. She digs it up, and it's this, like, time capsule lunchbox of all these little trinkets that are
cards, trinkets,
a little hair
accessories.
tie, like girl things. Yeah. And she pulls out this picture, and it's a picture of Emily growing up with a little girl. And she flips over the picture, and it says, Jessie, you'll always be my little cowgirl. Love, Mom, I think.
Yeah.
And so Jessie realizes that she may have been abandoned by Emily, but what she did for Jessie meant so much. Being there for her as a toy meant so much to her that she named her daughter after Jessie.
Being there for Jessie? Or being there for Emily?
Emily.
Okay, yeah.
Jessie the toy being there for Emily when she was there for her meant so much to her that she named her daughter after Jessie the doll.
Yes.
So actually, to counter what I was saying that now you're agreeing with, Jessie doesn't... It's not that Jessie... what am I trying to say? It's not that because Emily abandoned her, like, why does she name her after her daughter if she never really cared about her? It's that,
I didn't say that.
No, that's what I was saying. And you were agreeing with it. It's the time that Jessie had with Emily was so impactful to her that, yes, she didn't stay with her. Like, she didn't
She gave her away.
She gave her away. But that time that she had with her made an impact. And because Jessie says, like, we don't get to decide when we leave our kids' lives. All we can do is just hope that we, we're there for them when we needed them. We made the impact that we needed to make.
But wouldn't you think that if she really meant that much to Emily, she would have, like, stored her away for later use to pass on to her kids?
Yes.
So that's driving me crazy now.
It's a little weak. And I think that's why
it was a big moment when I saw it. It
was really emotional. I was like, okay, this is really cool. I'm not getting, like, as emotional as, like, when Woody leaves the gang. Like, I was waiting for, like, that big emotional swell for me. And that
happened for me.
And I never really got there.
Oh, I got there.
I thought it would have been a lot more powerful if, instead of Blaze, it's Emily's still there. She's a grandmother, and her grandkids, and maybe you can keep her grandkids named Jessie or whatever. I don't know.
Wait, but how old do you think Emily is? You keep saying Emily's grandkids, but do you mean Emily's daughter?
No. Emily's grandkids. The implication is that Emily was like, because Jessie is a 50s like ragdoll, right? The theory is that Emily is even older than Andy. Like, she was like a kid during, like, maybe the 60s or something. But
that doesn't fit, because you see all of her, like, you see her 70s room.
Exactly. She's grew up in the 60s and the 70s. She became a teenager and an adult.
But if she was born in the 70s, that would only make her...
No, not born in the 70s. I mean, like, born in the 60s. Maybe the late 50s when the show was coming out.
All right. Then she would possibly be a grandmother, yes.
Yes.
Jessie would be older.
She's way older than Andy.
Okay.
Which is why Jessie has way more, like, not experience with kids, but, like, she's had this very distinct relationship with her owners that's different from Woody. Because, like, I think Woody... The theory with Woody is that he has always been with Andy's family, but, like, Andy's dad may have been named Andy, and he played with Woody, put Woody on like a shelf or something for years, and the next time he got taken out was when he was given to the new Andy Jr., and so Woody does not know the difference between the two, and so he just thinks he's been with Andy forever.
Okay, so you think that instead of Blaze living at that house, it should have been Jessie living at that house, or Emily living at the house still?
Emily, but her grandkids, like, come to stay with her or something. And then
that would have just been too on the nose.
Well, then Emily's grandkids, or Jessie, I don't know.
That's too confusing, because now you have two Jessies in the picture for kids.
Then you take out her being named Jessie. And
but
just
then
have
that doesn't
her
have as much
be
of an emotional punch.
I don't think so. I think having her be
I prefer the way they did it than the way we're trying to make it.
Having Jessie get the granddaughter of her original owner to be friends with her current owner, I think hits really hard.
I think it's
and
better
then
the way they
Jessie
did
gets
that,
the satisfaction of them, like, being able to see her regularly when they go back to the house and stuff. It could have been more impactful. Maybe it may not. The actually original ending for Toy Story 5 was going to be Jessie just ends up with Emily and gets passed on to her granddaughter, and I guess she leaves Bonnie, which I guess they probably
that would have been really tough.
That would have been really sad and horrible for Bonnie. Like, she loses another toy.
Yeah. No, I like it because it kind of gives an air of these people were here and they had lives, and it's great. And Jessie has closure in finding that stuff.
Right.
But this is a completely new family, and that's okay, because Jessie doesn't have to worry that if she would go up to that house, if those people were there, if the same people were still there, she'd be abandoned again. It actually helps, I think, because she doesn't want to face that. Like, what if they abandoned me? That would be horrible.
Well, yeah, and actually, when she gets to Emily's house, she wants to leave as soon as possible.
Yeah, she does not want to be there.
Yeah.
She's like, we cannot be
here. And
here.
it's kind of like a forced nostalgia trip for her. She recognizes the room, obviously the tire swing and all that. Really, really emotional for her. But yeah, I guess talking it over, I agree with you. And plus, the core message that we're supposed to get from that Jessie learns that it doesn't matter when we leave our owners' lives. What matters is that we made the impact, and that, like, when we made the impact for them, we were there for them when they needed us. And Jessie, for all of her life, didn't think that she actually mattered to Emily, but she finds out that maybe she didn't matter enough to be there, to be with her the rest of her life, but she mattered enough in that moment to make an impact for her and to remember her through her daughter and to raise her with like cowgirl stuff and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe it wasn't until she became a mother herself that she was able to bring back that stuff from her childhood. And maybe she regrets getting rid of Jessie.
Yeah, maybe.
That kind of was.
Maybe that's why she named her daughter
That's
Jessie.
kind of implied, I think.
I like that, yeah.
So I think Jessie has I love that it's resolved. Because I thought
it's very nicely wrapped up in a bow.
Yeah,
I do like
it's very much like Finding Dory, which is ironically directed by Andrew Stanton as well, where like they tackle on like, why does Dory have short-term memory loss and what is she trying to remember? She's trying to remember her family, and when she remembers her family, she doesn't like fix her problems, but she becomes more like confident in who she is, and that her problem, her defect, is not a hindrance; it's part of what makes her. Her, and she was able to find her family even though she had short-term memory loss. She was able to make her way back home. So it's poetry. It's Pixar poetry. It rhymes. So I think, going without saying, Jessie's story is phenomenal. Let's talk about Woody and Buzz, because I have a lot of thoughts on this. The marketing, as I've been saying, the marketing really made you believe that this was going to be a split movie, Jessie's story plus Woody and Buzz going on, not like a super emotional adventure, but just like, trying to find Jessie and going through their own little banter. I really thought they were going to do something where like Buzz is really devoted to being Jessie's deputy, and Woody thinks he's Jessie's deputy, and they're fighting over like who's the better leader. And Woody, who's always been the leader, doesn't really appreciate Buzz's natural leadership skills as well. And Woody kind of sees that and learns to appreciate Buzz as being just as capable of a leader as him. And they kind of do that, but they don't really do it in a way that I think was really satisfying.
I never would have gotten any of that from a trailer.
Well, just like they're arguing back and forth. There's like, I'm her deputy. I got the star. I'm the deputy. No star.
I don't even remember that, to be honest. I think... I guess maybe I thought that it was mostly going to be about Jessie. Bonnie was going to be in the background just kind of struggling with this toy. Like her parents actually were going to be the ones trying to figure out how to get her off the iPad. And it totally was not even the movie I was expecting. Yeah. Not even a little bit at all. But I liked it.
I kind of expected certain things, but I'm glad I remain spoiler free on most things, because it definitely went in directions I wasn't expecting. And I don't think the stuff they do with Woody and Buzz is necessarily bad. I just think I wanted more. I wanted more. I love these characters.
You always want more.
And I was really excited that we were going to have a movie with Woody and Buzz together for most of the film. And they are together for virtually the entire movie.
They are. They're working together. Yeah. You should be happy you even got that.
I am so happy I got that. I'm very grateful. But I just wanted more. Okay. And I'm going to go see it again. Just to solidify my thoughts. But all in all, like, their scenes are good together. Nothing they do together is bad, but it's just like...
I would say this movie's more geared toward girls.
It definitely is. I mean,
it's more of a girls movie, which is nice because we haven't had that. In all the Toy Story movies, I think 4 lent a little more towards girls.
I think 3 and 4 kind of is geared towards boys and girls.
3 is very much boys. You
don't think so?
You got Ken. You got the big poker table guys.
Ken's not a boy.
Ken's not a boy?
Ken's a girl. No. Ken's not a boy, everybody. No, he is. Ken's not a boy's toy, though. He's a girl's toy. As much as he would protest in Toy Story 3.
He's part of the boys club.
Sure.
Toy Story 3.
But there's like Barbies. There's like girl toys in
Toy Story 2 too. I just think Toy Story 5 leans a little bit more towards a girls movie, which is nice again.
If the Taylor Swift song is not any indication of that, I don't know what is.
Seriously, it was very Jessie. I mean, it was all about Jessie.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not a criticism.
Oh, sure, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's It's kind of nice because
it is a girl story, but in the tradition of Pixar, they make it accessible for all parents.
I totally agree.
All people. Yeah,
I totally agree. I 100% agree. It's geared towards everybody, but girls will find more of a rhythm, and I think it'll be more relatable to girls than it will be for
100%.
boys. Boys are just there for the Buzz Lightyears.
Oh gosh, yeah. Initially, I thought like this is kind of not going anywhere. It doesn't really add to the story.
The buzzes,
like it doesn't really play like.
It was a little
comparing it to Toy Story 4, where like everything that takes up real estate in Toy Story 4 serves the story, Woody's story. And Toy Story 5, there's some things that kind of don't really serve the story, particularly the Buzz Lightyear thing. And it comes into play at the end because these buzzes are like Wi-Fi enabled. This is actually so cool. They actually fly. They kind of call back to Toy Story 1, and they actually made these high-tech Buzz Lightyears that
now this
fly.
Is flying with style.
Yeah, I actually thought that was such a clever, fun way to like poke fun at Buzz Lightyear, and to I don't want to call it like a. Some people will say like, oh, this movie has like a lot of like nostalgia throwbacks, and
Jessie,
I don't think it's nostalgia. I just think it's like. That's the world of Toy Story.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like that they're like referencing the fact that Buzz couldn't fly and they made a Buzz toy that can actually fly. Sorry, but that's just the world of Toy Story. Or if you don't like that they went back to the the tire swing tree where Jessie and Emily hung out, like that's just the franchise. Sorry. I mean, like, do you not like it when Luke went back to Tatooine in Return of the Jedi? Sorry.
You know what? Real quick before you wrap this thing up, I realized that I'm a little confused about why you want more Woody and Buzz. Because even though it's been Woody and Buzz since the beginning, they kind of went their separate ways in Toy Story 4. And they didn't even really have scenes together in Toy Story 4. So it was kind of like they were already kind of grown apart, so like let's just move on, let's not bring them to path. At least Pixar had the guts to be like, yeah, just keep them on their own paths now because that's where they are.
Oh no. If Woody wasn't in this movie, I would literally like
I'm not
throw
saying
rocks at the screen.
No, oh my gosh, no, I'm not. It's
I would
not
throw
Toy
a chair.
Story. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the fact that you wanted more Woody and Buzz when.
I wanted them to have I wanted them to have some sort of little arc that they go on together.
But they kind of ended that in Toy Story 3. Like at the end of Toy Story 3 it kind of ended.
Toy Story 3?
Yeah, because that was the last time they were really together. And then Toy Story 4 they broke apart because Woody was at the antique shop and Buzz was back on the RV.
But if you're going to make another Toy Story film, like.
And then they went their separate ways at the end. Yeah,
but friends don't stay away forever.
Well, they might.
No. If that was going to be the case, then I don't want to see Toy Story 5.
Wait, what do you mean? No, they might not stay apart for like people leave, people move away, people stay in touch. You stay in touch, of course.
Yeah, and you go visit your friends.
Yeah, but you don't stay together forever.
Well, of course you don't stay together.
That's what you just said.
No. I'm not saying Woody and Buzz need to stay together at the end of the movie. I'm just saying I wanted to see Woody and Buzz just like have a moment where they're like, I don't know, have their friendship develop, throw a wrench into their dynamic. Sort of. They were kind of friendly throughout. Like Woody was like comforting Buzz, like, don't worry, we're gonna find Jessie. And I actually
didn't you like that?
I actually really liked it when I did like that. I liked it when Buzz is like, if I had a choice for this imaginary wedding I want to have with Jessie, you'd be my best man. I mean, Woody's like, oh my gosh, Buzz, I'd be honored. Like, this is great. I love this. This is great. But see? I thought it was going to be a different story between the two of them. Like, I just thought there was going to be, like, by the end, they get to the end and they're like, there's some sort of resolution to their friend. Their friendship has developed in some way, and it just kind of stays stagnant. And they're a team. They're a duo. They're still together, and it's fine. What happens is fine. I just wanted a little more. That's really all I'm saying.
All right. Well, that's all I have to say.
I want to say really quick. I love what they did with Buzz in this movie. Buzz, if for people who complain that Toy Story 4 has nothing to do and he's kind of an idiot, I don't think he is. But like Toy Story 5, I think does it.
I liked what they did with Buzz.
He mans up and he tries to propose to his lady.
Yeah, except he doesn't.
He does.
No, Jessie finishes it for him.
I know, but they're about to get run over by a truck.
But he should have manned up and been like, will you marry me? I love you.
Yeah. Maybe.
I would have hated if you didn't say that to me, and I would, like, finish your sentence for you.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying compared, like, but just, you know, Buzz wants to marry his lady. I didn't do that. She's acting like I did that. I didn't do that.
No, I'm just thinking about how that proposal, and I'm, like, kind of like...
What?
No, not yours.
Oh.
Buzz's.
Oh, Buzz's.
I was knocked out of the water.
So, I mean, it's a look, Buzz is not great at expressing his feelings.
Sure.
But
he works up for the whole movie to that point, and he still doesn't get to do it. That doesn't drive you crazy a little bit?
No, not really. It was cute that they, like, Jessie... Because, like, Jessie is like, well, of course I love you. Of course I'll marry you. And
sure,
she pulls him in for a kiss. Which is, I believe, not, like, excluding Ken and Barbie, is the first time we've seen Toy Story characters kiss on screen.
Yeah, that was a little shocking.
No. Actually,
Bo and Woody.
Bo and Woody off screen in the first movie.
Off screen?
Remember, Woody's like, hey, isn't that mistletoe? And then Bo, like, yanks him on the ground and they start making out or whatever.
They don't make out.
Well, okay, she kisses him.
They're toys.
Jessie and Buzz kiss. They can make out.
Oh, okay.
There was a joke in Toy Story 2.
Oh my gosh, what are we talking about this?
I'm just saying. There are...
Which one?
When Jessie...
Wait, kids, cover your ears.
When Jessie... Sorry, I'll bleep that out.
Okay.
When Jessie's on the racetrack and she unlocks the door for Buster trying to get out.
Oh,
Buzz's wings pop open.
Okay.
He literally does
Oh my gosh.
He literally does
That was loud.
It was loud. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. So yeah, I just like that Buzz really, like...
She swooned.
She swooned. See, there you go. Now Jessie's acting like a woman. I just like that Buzz, like, especially fans of like Buzz's relationship with Jessie. I'm glad that they focused on that through Buzz. I know some people online were probably really happy about that inclusion. Sure. That they really, in the same way that like Toy Story 4 really develops Bo and Woody's relationship, yeah, sure. Toy Story 5 through Buzz develops their relationship.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Before we wrap up, Toy Story 6. Do you want to see it?
No.
I do. And here's what's funny. Like, since the beginning, I've been saying...
Oh, wait, I take it back. If they're going to do Bo and Woody, sure.
Oh, you want to see Bo?
Let's do their relationship. Let's get them married next.
Yeah. I do want to see more Bo in the next one. I was really disappointed that she wasn't in the movie.
She got like 2 lines, maybe 3.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that Ducky and Bunny...
Not as bad as Ducky and Bunny.
Ducky and Bunny are in the movie. They don't even get to speak.
I think they say one thing.
I don't think they say anything.
In the very beginning, when they're trying to help the peanut dude.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Nutcase. Oh, yeah. Dr. Nutcase.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense. He's like a macho, like, wrestler, mm-hmm. and he's a Dr. Nutcase. Oh, that doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Yeah, no, I want to see Toy Story 6. Only because I don't think this movie is, like, a good, like, series ender in the same way that 3 and 4 were. Like, if you ended the series on 3 and 4...
They should have just stopped at 3. Ugh.
No, because we got great movies.
Fine, they should have just stopped at 4.
Ugh. I can sort of agree with that. I like...
Because now we need to have a Toy Story 6 to feel like, okay.
Well, here's the thing. I think we were always going to get Toy Story 6 and possibly 7. Because everyone's saying...
Oh my gosh, please don't make
that's kind of overkill, let's be honest. But, like, I think we were always going to get 6 because ever since Andrew Stanton said in that article that you could do 2 more movies worth of... Sure. I think they've been grooming us for that announcement. I am almost certain of it.
Sure, okay.
Like, especially since the movie is a box office hit. It has grossed $312 million, something like that, opening weekend. It's probably going to...
That was
surpass
before
$1 billion.
The end of the day on Sunday.
Yeah, and it's probably going to become the highest grossing animated movie of all time. That's my prediction, which I'd be pretty happy with because it's Toy Story. It's the greatest movie franchise of all time, the highest rated franchise on Rotten Tomatoes. Not bragging. Yes, I am. But yeah, I think I am more inclined to see a Toy Story 6 now than I was before this movie came out.
Okay.
Because this movie ultimately did not like wrap up the series in a like big way. Sure. Like it wrapped up Jessie's story in a big way. But like, if you're gonna wrap up the whole series again, I want to see Woody and Buzz have like a much bigger role in that.
Okay.
This was great to have Jessie have her moment in the sun. It was great to have Woody not be in like existential crisis mode for the whole film. Like the fact that he's like let himself go, he's relaxed, he's letting himself bald, he's got a beer belly. I don't know why people made fun of the poncho. The poncho's freaking cool. He's like Clint Eastwood. I don't know why people made fun of that, but it doesn't matter because like the pig ate it. Ultimately, everything that happened. Let me say this. Ultimately, everything that happens with Woody and Buzz is funny. It's entertaining. I really like it. It's hard. It was harder for me to accept Woody not being at the forefront than I expected. But that doesn't mean like I want to diminish anything Jessie did, because Jessie's story is fantastic.
Everybody has a story, and everybody's story has to be told.
Yeah. Also, really quick, I loved Smarty Pants. Probably one of my new favorite Toy Story characters. So funny.
Yeah.
I am not a chair. I am a potty trainer.
I didn't get that.
Because Jessie's sitting on him. He was used as a chair during the tea times that Blaze would have in the house. Okay. And that's why he's outside.
Oh. He was used as a chair. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Toy Story 5. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. First time I'm not giving a Toy Story film a perfect score. I'm going to go see it again tomorrow. That could change. It could be higher. It could be lower. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'm actually planning a extended spoiler discussion with some Toy Story fans online to come on the show, so stay tuned for that. But this is a great movie. It's a great case against giving kids technology, and great pusher for the message of make friends, make real connections without demonizing technology outright, because it's not going away. Kate, what's your score?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Oh, really? So you wouldn't even give it a higher score than...
No.
Okay.
Because there's just some things that I'm like, kind of driving me crazy a little bit. But
what things are driving you crazy?
No, I already talked about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to rehash it.
You mean the Emily stuff with her daughter?
The Emily stuff, the Buzz thing,
the high-tech Buzzes?
Sure, the whole...
Oh, you mean Buzz not proposing? Okay.
Yeah, just like a couple things.
I see, yeah. Okay. Okay, ranking all 5 movies now.
3, 2, 4, 5, 1.
Okay.
3, 2, 4, 5, 1.
3 and 2 are still your top 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, I keep flip-flopping with this. It's hard because all these movies are so perfect, in my opinion. I think my roster is always going to change because of how I feel about a certain movie at a certain time. Like I was thinking about putting 2 above all of them except for 1.
Mm-hmm. You just flipped me off a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
You did it again.
Sorry. Gosh. Horrible. I'm sorry. Okay, no, here's my ranking. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 2 falls to the bottom.
It's hard because
I know
all of them are so good. It's not at the bottom because I don't like Toy Story 2.
Sure.
It's just I think 3 and 4 are better movies.
Sure. That's okay.
5 is the only one that I'm really like. It's at the bottom because I think it is slightly lesser of a complete movie than the first 4.
Sure. Okay.
Also, love Taylor Swift's song. Perfect. 10 out of 10.
It's cute.
Great song.
It's good.
So good. So good. All right. Well, this is it. We did it. We watched all 5 Toy Story films leading up to, or 4 Toy Story films leading up to this one. We reviewed this one. I just wanted to say, like, I've been wanting to do this ever since Toy Story 4 came out. I've wanted to do some sort of YouTube series where I review all the movies and why they mean so much to me, why I love Toy Story so much, beyond it just being like nostalgia, because it really isn't just nostalgia for me. And I'm grateful that Toy Story 5 came out and I had the excuse to do that with this new podcast and to do it with love of my life, my best friend, my Bo Peep, my wife.
Thank you.
My co-host aboard this vessel.
Tired co-host,
yeah. So I'm just really happy we're here at this moment. We did it. We completed all the movies.
We did it.
So
good job.
Thank you, Kate, love. Good job. And thank you guys for watching the Starship Cinema podcast. If you like this podcast, give us a like on this episode. Subscribe to this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review if you like this show. And stay tuned for more episodes of the Starship Cinema podcast. We will be back soon. We are going to discuss what our next series is going to be. We are going to pick a new series of films to review leading up to another release this year for the remainder of the year. So we're going to discuss that, and we'll let you guys know. Or maybe we'll let you guys decide. We'll see.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, a little poll action. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this series. Thank you for watching this episode. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. God bless, and peace out. We didn't even talk about the toys. I'm just kidding. We don't have to. Okay. I've already talked about the Toy Story 5 toys. I don't have to.
Please let
But
me
I'm
go.
glad we got like all the like full scale toys to do on this show. She's leaving. Here we go.
Oh wait, we're still talking.
No, I'm just kidding.